The first one, see, it has the table, it has all the lines, but then the other ones below it are no longer there. So I don't know what that means, but.
I see what you're talking about.
And then the other day I was on the other forums, they were all gone too, but now they're added back. So I don't know.
All right, so you weren't here last week, but or the week before, I think, but there was a let's see, so 3 weeks ago this Friday, Vanderbilt came out with a version update that was, you know, and every so often they have like brand new functionality, or it's a big update. So they did that, and it turned out all the borders for everything disappeared.
Yeah.
All the embedded fields, all of that.
Wow.
So the lead developer, for some reason, went on vacation, and so we weren't able to get a fix until this past. We did an upgrade last Friday, in which fixed all the border issues for embedded fields. So if you had a table in an embedded a descriptive text field, and you had a table in there, all the borders showed back up again. So, but that's really a different situation, I think, than what you have here. And I'll be honest, I'm not an expert on these tables.
If you just go to the edit button up there, maybe you
Yes.
can open up the descriptive text area. Maybe I just have to do the bold or select, re-highlight it and select something.
All right.
A border,
So,
I don't know. But it's showing that it's there to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing something different. But.
yeah, I'm not sure that's so I want to look at, let's say, this table. I want to look here. Let's see what this is. Solid border color is the black. I guess it must be. Is 0 black?
It should be must be black, I guess. Maybe you go cancel out of that and go back to the border or the descriptive.
Let me make sure. Yep. Okay. So you've got the border colors. Border style is solid. That's good. You have your border set for 1 for your table. And let's see. And of all the times for Manny not to be here, he is today is the, let's see, is it tomorrow?
Gary, could this be related to the bootstrap thing?
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at the code here, and I don't know. All right, so let's do the thing, Vern, that we did with the Tanya's project. Can we do a
inspect? You'll have to be on the other screen, the data input screen.
Yeah, hang on.
There you go.
So we're looking at the difference between this.
Yeah, why is that one working and the next one's not?
Let me make sure that, because I'm not there. Okay, border is 1 here. And then we're down here. And I've got no border.
Yeah, you don't have a border width. It looks like you have border color, but no border width.
Yeah, so
So if you add it there, let's see if it fixes it.
yeah, I'm going to. I think that's what I want. Oh no, border equals. Oh, where did I just put that? Here.
Hmm.
And then
Is it on each row too?
hang on a second. One second. Let me get my.
There you go.
Okay, so that's what's missing for each one of these tables. So if we go back to the design. Oops.
Way to add it in design.
Yeah, we should be able to do that.
You would think, yeah.
Close this a minute. And go in here. So we've got our table here. Just copy this down here. Table. So table style equals cell padding. That should theoretically work. Let's
Bingo.
see.
No.
I took it away.
I didn't
Oh, didn't
save
save
it.
it.
That,
Save it.
that's my fault. And I should have. Okay, so I'm back here again. I can put it before or after the cell padding, I guess.
As long as you put a semicolon in between.
All right. Ta-da. So,
Okay.
do you want to go through that again, Jason?
I had to do it for those 3 or 4 more. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you just need to add this, and it does not require a.
Oh, no, there's no semicolon. You're right, Terry.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm finding where you define your table in your HTML. Okay, so here's your table style.
right.
And then you could either put it before cell padding or after. I'm just going to stick it in there. And then I'll go down to my next table. Here we go. Their table here in front of my cell padding. And then I think there's just one more maybe. And here's that table, cell padding. See if that. All right. Now,
Thanks.
yeah, but let me just make sure, we went through that a little fast. Let me just make sure that we're clear about what happened and what we did. And, you know, Vern and Manny and I did this with a scenario that Manny is going to demo next Thursday, where we had something that was working and stopped working once we did that upgrade. And so we couldn't decide if it was a bug or it was related to the code that was in there. And Manny's going to demonstrate how a change to the platform, for lack of a better word, the platform of the code for REDCap was upgraded a little bit, which affected HTML in some minor cases. And Vern, correct me if I don't say this.
No, you're right on. You're right on, man.
But that caused some things to stop working. And we used this method, the three of us together, to get to what the issue was and fix it. And again, Manny's going to demo that next week. Again, this is yeah, tomorrow's, I think it's tomorrow's the last day for tissue metrics. So he had he's slammed with stuff to get finished because tissue metrics will go offline tomorrow, and open specimen will have take its place. And unfortunately, there were a number of issues with equipment from College of Medicine this morning. So
Right.
He's not here. So anyway, so let's just take a quick look at what we did, because it isn't it may seem difficult, but it's not terribly difficult. And all we did is right click on the web page here, right, and look at inspect, and that brings up all the background code. And notice when I'm mousing up and down or whatever, I see what the code is that's related to this. So I could see, and you know, I'm only looking at the moment at this left side here. So here I'm highlighting over the code, and this was, again, right clicking and going to inspect. I look at this and I see what's working here, right? So I look at this, and this does require at least a basic understanding of HTML table structure. And if anybody's doing embedding, it's the other reason that I think that it's worth just taking a minute to go over this. But you know, you've got the table structure opens and then it closes here. And then we go down and find the next table, and we're doing some comparisons against what was showing up in this versus what's showing up in here. What are the differences? Because this is working and this is not. And we could see that the border was the only thing that was missing. It was not defining the width, the existence of the border. It's not even the width, it's the existence, yes or no, and sort of how it does sort of describe how wide it is. But mostly this is just saying, yes, there is a border, and then all the other, anything else that relates to the border would, like the border color is meaningless unless the border is turned on. So once we did that, we found that you could go in and by double clicking on this within inspect. And if I change that to 0 and hit enter and saved it, notice that the borders go away. So that even though, and you haven't done anything to your live page here. This is just so you can figure out what's wrong, right? So we turn that back on again, hit enter, and there's the lines back again. So then it was just a matter of closing this out, going into edit, and then editing the HTML for that particular page. So thanks for
All right, thanks.
bringing that to us.